Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me for more Parcel Simulator gameplay. We are now on Friday, day 12. It is air cargo day, so we can send out our air parcels and utilize our brand new upgraded system, which we upgraded a ton of these well, not a ton of the conveyors. We upgraded all of the machines, and hopefully we're going to test our system today and see how much faster it goes. Now, these machines are upgradable again at warehouse level tier 10. Now, there's something I also want to do. I am actually going to take out our sticker machine. I'm not going to use it, and I have a reason for that. The reason I'm not going to use it is it's kind of useless at this point because we do so much of this stuff manually ourselves yet that I feel like that sticker machine just really doesn't help in any capacity. Now, if I was unloading these trucks and just throwing them onto the conveyors like immediately, I could see needing it. However, I'm not there yet. I don't have the conveyor upgrade for the trucks. I'm just not to that point yet in my warehouse where I want to pull all of that kind of through. So the first thing that it's going to check is our serial number. If it's valid, it goes through this little semicircle onto this connector and into the next machine, which is country, I think. Yes, country. That was the new one we picked up last time. If it's invalid, it spits out on this side. For this machine, if it's invalid, it spits out over here. I'm hoping I don't get it too confused with this, but I do have this denial palette that I'm going to try to use as much as I can. If it's valid, it comes through here into the weight, and if it's valid once more, it'll spill out onto this part of the warehouse. Now, part of me really wants to push everything to my right, which I certainly can do. I just have to get a lot more conveyor belts, and as you can see, our money had dwindled fast. So I'm probably going to spend a few days just stacking up our money. And I'm not sure if I'm going to record that yet or not and put it as part of the video collection that we have for Parcel Simulator, or if I'll just play omitting that piece. If you do like that kind of chill, just watch what's happening play, let me know, and I will certainly try to abide by that. However, I've been trying to keep these videos short and just kind of explaining the major things that we're doing as opposed to letting you watch every little piece. But like I said, that's what the comments are for. Let me know if you like watching the long version of that play or if you just like the chill version. Anyway, I'm going to continue on here without the sticker machine. We just put it in its own corner way over there, and we'll try things as normal and see how it goes. First thing I'm going to do is, no, I'm not. We don't have a ton of air parcels. Between Wednesday and Friday for air, not much happens, but between that Saturday and the next Wednesday, we seem to stack up quite a bit of air parcels. So I do have these nice shelves that we can organize with now, same for the maritime over here, and it just allows us to be a little bit more organized in our warehouse. So I don't know. There's nothing left to do but try this, right? So let's give it a go. I'm a little bit afraid. I'm going to admit that right now. I'm going to do my standard stack everything up. However, with the upgraded conveyor belts, I may be much more comfortable getting the conveyor belts for the trucks, so they just start coming off the truck and into, the warehouse as normal. However, I still feel like I have to check stuff, and there's still stuff and licensing and that sort of thing to open. So there's way more yet to do and have open in this game. So I'm not quite sure. I'll think on that a little bit and decide ultimately what I want to do. I do also want to mention that the name of the game here is getting as many trucks as quickly as I can. In my mind, that means the most profit, which we have seen quite a large profit from doing this that way in my previous videos. That's why I'm kind of sticking to the tired and true until we get kind of everything open and aligned in the way that makes the most sense. So I just wanted to mention that little tidbit and kind of explain why I do what I do as far as packing these boxes up in a big pile yet and trying to catch every truck I possibly can that comes through. And we have hit the end of the day, so no more trucks are coming in. I have my nice big piles of stuff, and I did manage to go through and put some stuff in the right conveyors. I also was managed to clear a little bit, not as much as I would like, but as you can see here is a prime example of it just getting all convoluted. So I need to stretch these conveyor systems out, or I don't know. I think that's the only way to like really remedy it, is to have like long lengths of conveyor in between these machines so they have more of a chance to get through everything, if that makes sense. But as you can see, these definitely are processing faster. It's hardly taking any time for them to go through the machine, you know, get to where they're going, which makes me happy. So I think stretching out and pushing the machines this way, this direction, will definitely help with that. But I need more conveyors. I need the means to upgrade them, and $1,200 just isn't going to get me very far. Therefore, I need to buckle down and maybe do a few days of just processing without worrying about buying anything, and kind of stocking up more funds. That way I can do the things that I want to do and hopefully get a little bit more of an automation system going. These are all valid ones, and I'm kind of at a stuck point again where everything's kind of backed up, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and process this little pallet of goodies and then keep moving the line along. This one would be a denial. It was in the correct, and it passed everything, but if you look, it is got the little hamburger sticker at the top, and so we're denying this one. Just wanted to point out how swiftly those are moving into the invalid submissions compared to what it was. They definitely go much smoother. All right, my favorite part now is checking these guys and see what's prohibited or if they are perfectly good to go. Cash. No-no. We'll go to a no-no pile. Oh, that one was labeled good to go. Whoops. Oh well. Cash, that's no-no pile. So we have got 2 not good and 2 ready to go. So we'll add these 2 not goods to the denied pallet, and we'll get these processed. All right, we have gotten all our parcels done in our mega piles, and I am sending through the last 3 air submissions. I don't want to leave anything in the chute because we're going to have quite a few built up over here over the next few days. And then my maritime is also full, so all of these are just storage at this point. And that's a conveyor belt, not a box. I also sent through all of my truck and train simply because the next 2 days is only truck. We can't even put rail ones in here. So I wanted to make sure that was completely clear before I did my Saturday, Sunday run. So Saturday truck, Sunday truck. That's the only thing acceptable. And all the rail ones will have to wait until Monday, which can get quite built up as well. So I believe the next thing I want to do is kind of pull everything this way and see where we go from, how we go from there. Basically because I want to stretch out mainly this area. I want to be able to have lots of room for parcels to be able to move along. So I think like kind of a snake kind of lineup might be the best way to handle this. I'm not sure. Anything is worth trying, so I think I'm going to try to do that next. However, I do want to build up some more funds. I know $10,000 seems like a lot and can be, but I think I want a little bit more to be able to play around with this and really push this entire little system back towards the for sale signs, back towards that wall, and see if we can get a little bit better of a system that doesn't get so convoluted. If I do that, then I think I'll feel comfortable buying the upgrade for the truck, which allows us to have the conveyor delivery system. Now, I'm not sure if this little piece is upgradable. I think it is. So that is something definitely worth exploring. And we can't upgrade anything else until we have different tiers of the warehouse. However, I still have the speed upgrade. I still have the delivery size upgrade. And then this conveyor delivery upgrade as well. I'm a little bit nervous about the speed because I'm pulling everything off the trucks and putting them into a big pile. And I don't want to feel that level of anxiety yet. So I think that just the speed would be great once we have the conveyor system pretty well sought out and the conveyor going at the same time. So, and then this conveyor delivery would also be very helpful with the sticker machine, having the first parcel that goes in check for the sticker immediately. But that is, I think, a little bit a ways away yet. Anyway, I think for this day, it's pretty well sought out, and I put everything through that I possibly want to put through. So for the next video, that'll all focus on expanding this particular conveyor system out this way into this part of the warehouse and to see what else we can unlock. Maybe I'll be brave and open another section of the warehouse. Although I think the next section that I open, I get a 3rd door for deliveries, which makes me kind of nervous. So I'm not sure. Like I'm afraid to pull the trigger on anything. And I think that's because I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my funds as best I can, so I can, afford upgrades, afford new equipment as they become available to me, and hopefully just make everything a little bit smoother as far as the process is concerned. Once again, thank you for joining me. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.